Well, today is Cinco de Mayo here in Arizona, and it's also springtime. And I'm sure I've probably mentioned this before, but we live in the largest ponderosa pine forest in the world. So if you're not familiar with ponderosa pines, they have lots of pine cones. Lots and lots of pine cones. And so in the spring, this time of year, is what is called the herding season. So what that means is, out of the bajillions of pine cones that come down from all these large ponderosa pines, you can't break them up because the ground is also covered with bajillions of pine needles, probably 6 inches thick sometimes. So what we have to do here is called herding the pine cones. So the only way to really do that is with your foot. So you have to kick the pine cones into a pile. You have to use your foot, and you kick the pine cones into a pile. You can see the pile I've got here. This is herding the pine cones into a pile. It's a long time Flagstaff tradition here to herd the pine cones. And there's lots of them, more than you could ever count. Some of them try to get away, but you have to get them back onto the pile and make sure they're herded. So as you can see, we got a pile here, and we've cleaned up a lot of the front yard here already, but as you can see, there's a pile, here's a pile. I have to herd these in here a little closer now. And so this is what you end up with. Piles, deep piles of pine cones. And you have to organize them all through the yard. And you have to keep checking to get the more pine cones that come down. And there's lots of piles of pine cones. And of course, this is just the front yard. And we can kind of survey all the piles of pine cones here. And then as we head around to the backyard, we've got more piles of pine cones. You got to watch those rocks, you trip one. So, more piles of pine cones. And like I say, I've already picked up trash cans full of pine cones. But these are the ones we got to get eventually. And you end up with lots of piles of pine cones. These are the kinds you go to the store around Christmas and buy bags of pine cones. We don't really have to do that here. So, and then when you think you've about run out of pine cones, you can see there's still lots more left. So if anybody doesn't have anything else to do, you can come to Flagstaff and help me herd pine cones.